Lakers superstar Luka Doncic just gave fans the reassurance they desperately needed. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Only a few days ago, the entire basketball world held its breath. During Slovenia's Eurobasket game, Doncic went down clutching his knee. It was a terrifying moment, not just for his home country, but for the Los Angeles Lakers as well. With training camp barely a month away, the thought of Doncic being sidelined was the last thing Lakers Nation wanted to hear. Social media immediately exploded with concern. Was this serious? Would it jeopardize his first full season in Los Angeles? Could the Lakers' championship hopes be slipping away before the season even began? But Luka Doncic has a way of silencing doubts. On Tuesday, he stepped onto the court against Great Britain, and he didn't just play. He owned the game. From the very first possession, Doncic looked like himself again. Confident, sharp, and unstoppable. He opened the scoring, facilitated for teammates, and set the tone with his usual flair. The 26-year-old guard finished the night with a masterpiece of a performance. 28 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block in just 28 minutes of play. That's not just solid, that's dominance. And it wasn't only the numbers. It was how he did it. Doncic hit threes with ease. He sliced through defenders with drives to the basket. He forced turnovers, applying suffocating pressure on defense, and then instantly turned those mistakes into points for Slovenia. Midway through the first half, he already had 19 points and was making it look effortless. Fans online were saying it best, Luka Doncic was playing on easy mode. Every highlight told the same story. Luka Doncic is back, and his knee is just fine. Now, for Lakers fans, this is more than just a relief, it's a game changer. When Doncic went down, the fear was that this could linger into the NBA season. Training camp opens in just a few weeks, and if Luka wasn't ready, the Lakers would be starting the year on shaky ground. But after what we saw Tuesday, all those concerns have been erased. This fall marks Doncic's first full season in purple and gold. Let's not forget how big of a deal this really is. Back in February, the Lakers pulled off a trade that shook not just the NBA, but the entire sports world. Bringing Luka Doncic to Los Angeles wasn't just another transaction, it was a seismic shift, a move that could define the next decade of basketball in LA. Last season, Doncic suited up for 28 games with the Lakers. His numbers were good, but it was clear he wasn't fully himself. Between adjusting to a mid-season trade, battling nagging issues, and finding his rhythm alongside LeBron James, fans didn't see the real Luka. But that's all about to change. This summer, Doncic committed himself to a full off-season of preparation. Reports say he's revamped his diet, changed his conditioning, and doubled down on staying at peak form. What we saw against Great Britain was proof of that transformation. A quicker, sharper, more explosive Luka, ready to carry the weight of expectations. And make no mistake, expectations are sky high. Lakers fans aren't just hoping for a playoff run, they're demanding banner number 18. And now, with a fully healthy Doncic leading the charge, those hopes feel more real than ever. Think about it, LeBron James, now 40 years old and still chasing greatness, alongside Luka Doncic, arguably the most gifted offensive player in the world, taking full control of the offense. That's not just a team. That's a juggernaut. Tuesday's Eurobasket performance wasn't just another game on the international stage. It was a statement. A message to the Lakers, to the fans, and to the rest of the league. Luka Doncic is ready. Ready to dominate. Ready to lead. Ready to bring Showtime back to Los Angeles. So while Saturday's injury scare sparked panic across social media, what we witnessed just days later turned fear into excitement. Luka Doncic isn't just okay, he looks better than ever. And if this is the Doncic we're going to see all season long in LA, the rest of the NBA better prepare themselves. Because the Lakers have their new superstar. And he's just getting started. The Los Angeles Lakers are stepping into a brand new season, but behind the excitement, there's one flaw that could hold them back. Last year, the Lakers looked strong. They finished as the third seed in the Western Conference, and belief across LA was that this team was built for a deep playoff run. Fans were dreaming about another finals appearance. Banner number 18. Showtime reborn. But reality hit hard. Instead of making noise in May, the Lakers were sent packing in the very first round. A quick, painful exit that left players frustrated, fans shocked, and the front office with no choice but to make changes. And changes were made. This off-season, the Lakers went out and signed DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia. The message was clear: defense, toughness, stability. Ayton was expected to lock down the paint, Smart to bring his defensive fire, and LaRavia to add depth and hustle. On paper, it looked like a step forward. But here's the thing, according to one Lakers insider, it might not be enough. Jovan Buha, speaking on NBA radio, praised the Lakers' offense. With Luka Doncic now fully locked in, with LeBron James still playing at a high level at 40 years old, and with multiple guys who can score 20 on any given night, there's no doubt the Lakers can put up points. In fact, Buha said this offense should be top 10 in the league. Maybe even top 5. But defensively, that's where the doubts creep in. Buha pointed out that, yes, the Lakers have Marcus Smart. Yes, they have Gabe Vincent. Yes, they have Jared Vanderbilt. Solid names. Solid defenders. But when you stack that group up against what teams like Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and even Houston can roll out on the perimeter, it's not the same class. It's not elite. And in the playoffs, solid doesn't cut it. And if you rewind to last season's elimination, you see exactly what he means. The Minnesota Timberwolves didn't just beat the Lakers, they exposed them. Possession after possession, Minnesota's guards got into the paint. They drove with ease. They kicked out for open threes. The Lakers simply couldn't keep them in front, and their rim protection wasn't enough to save them. Defense wasn't just a weakness, it was the reason the Lakers were sent home early. Now, fans are asking, has this really been fixed? DeAndre Ayton is expected to be a game-changer in the middle. His length, his rebounding, his rim protection. He can clean up mistakes and make life harder for opponents who attack the paint. But he can't do it all. If the perimeter breaks down again, the Lakers will be in the same position they were last spring. That's where Luka Doncic comes in. Reports out of Europe say he's in the best shape of his career. Slimmer, quicker, more explosive. Offensively, he's already one of the most gifted players on the planet. But if his conditioning really has improved, it could make him sharper on the defensive end too, something the Lakers desperately need. And then there's LeBron James. At 40 years old, he's not going to be flying around like he did in Miami or even in his first years in LA. But don't be fooled, when the lights are brightest and the stakes are highest, LeBron still has the ability to lock in defensively. We've seen it before. One possession, one quarter, one game at a time, he can still shut down his man when it matters. So, can this combination work? Can the Lakers cover their biggest flaw? Or are they going to be forced into the same game plan that doomed them last year, trying to simply outscore everyone? Because make no mistake, they can score. Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Marcus Smart, this team has weapons everywhere. On any given night, multiple players can explode for 20, even 30 points. But as history has always proven, offense alone doesn't win championships. The Lakers know it. The fans know it. And insiders like Jovan Buha know it too. Defense is the key. If this team can put it together on that end of the floor, they're contenders. If they can't, no amount of offensive firepower will save them in a 7-game series against the best in the West. So here's the question every Lakers fan should be asking right now. Will this team finally rise to the defensive challenge, or are we about to watch the same story play out all over again? Because the truth is simple. Offense gets you highlights. Offense gets you regular season wins. But defense is what brings banners to Los Angeles. The Lakers still need more length in the frontcourt, more athleticism, and more defensive versatility. They need shooters who can stretch the floor and create space. They need players who can step in and defend against the elite wings of the NBA. The additions of Smart, Ayton, and LaRavia help, but they don't fully answer these questions. Which is why one player on the trade block immediately jumps off the page as the perfect fit. Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins, who was traded to the Miami Heat at last season's trade deadline, is reportedly back on the market. Sam Amico of HoopsWire called him the main man to watch for Miami, a team that now looks stuck in the middle of the league once again, competitive, but nowhere near serious contention. The Heat are moving into a new phase after letting go of Jimmy Butler. They've already begun trimming salaries, like the recent move that sent Haywood Highsmith packing. And with Wiggins set to earn $28.2 million next season, he becomes the logical candidate to be moved. For a team without a clear path to contention, he's almost too expensive to keep. For the Lakers, this is an opportunity they can't ignore. Imagine it, Wiggins walking into Los Angeles, instantly becoming the best perimeter defender on the team. The guy who takes on the toughest assignments night after night. The 3-and-D wing the Lakers have been searching for. But Wiggins isn't just another 3-and-D player. He can create offense. He can attack off the dribble. He can take pressure off Luka and LeBron when plays break down. He adds versatility, athleticism, and championship experience all in one package. And make no mistake, he's a proven winner. A former NBA champion. An all-star with the Golden State Warriors. Wiggins has been there. He knows what it takes to compete at the highest level, and he's done it successfully. So how could a deal happen? The Lakers could offer one unprotected first-round pick along with matching salaries. Add to that a package of Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Maxi Kleber, and Dalton Knecht, plus draft compensation, maybe even pick swaps, and it might be enough to get Miami's attention. It's a trade that makes sense for both sides. Miami sheds salary and gains assets, while the Lakers acquire the missing piece that could make them real contenders. But here's the real question. Is GM Rob Pelinka willing to go all in? This is more than just a trade. This is a statement. A bet on Luka Doncic entering his first full season in purple and gold. A bet on the current core of the Lakers. A bet that Wiggins is exactly the piece they need to turn a talented team into a championship contender. Because let's be honest. The Lakers have scoring. They have talent. But scoring alone doesn't win titles. Defense wins championships. And adding Wiggins gives them the defensive versatility, the wing coverage, and the championship experience they desperately need to compete in the West. The stakes are high. The opportunity is real. And for Lakers fans, this is exactly the kind of move that could make the difference between another early playoff exit and a legitimate run for banner number 18. Rob Pelinka has a decision to make. Will he pull the trigger? Will he bet big on Luka, on the core, on Wiggins? Or will the Lakers enter the season hoping that scoring alone will carry them through the toughest conference in basketball? The clock is ticking. And the league is watching.